Okay, we're on. Good evening, everyone. We're live here at Unique Foundations Enterprise. We welcome you here to the broadcast. We just want to we apologize for technical difficulties, but nevertheless, we are here once again to present to you Community Connections, here where we educate, enrich, and empower individuals on their life journey or purpose. That's what we do here. We like to bring to you information, news that you can use, and information that you can take and you can use it and apply it to your life. Information that will help you in your daily life, help you with your family, help you in your finances, whatever it is that how we can add value to you. That's what we do here at Unique Foundations. I'm Angela Hayes. I'm your CEO and founding member of Unique Foundations. And we just ask that you would share this broadcast with anyone that you feel or see that needs it. So anytime that we get information, God does not want us to keep it to ourselves. He wants us to be givers. He wants us to give to others as well. So if you're benefiting from something, make sure that you share that with your community and make sure that you're sharing that with other individuals so that they can not only be empowered, but they can also be blessed, because the information that we bring here at Unique Foundations is things that can bless your life, bless your family, bless your community, bless your business, and the list goes on and on. So I just want to give our viewers time to share, and also those that are on the platform with me this evening. I welcome back this lovely group of people, the Quiet Storm group. They've been with us. They just keep coming back because they always have something to bring to you that will help you in your life, that will help you in your finances. So again, share this video with someone. You can see it live. We're on YouTube. If you want to watch it on YouTube, you can go to my channel at Angela Hayes, or you can go to my personal page at Angela Hayes, and you can watch this video there. Also, you can follow us, leave us your email address, and you can be empowered, you can be educated, you can learn about all the things that we have going on and the events and things that we have coming up. So connect to us, email us at uniquefoundations at iCloud.com. You can call us at 979-334-2648. And we're definitely here to serve you and to serve your needs. So I want to welcome back once again the Quiet Storm group. Here we have a team of entrepreneurs that are in their community making a difference. We know what we're dealing with in our nation. We have seen what has happened and taken place up until this point concerning our pandemic and so many other things that are happening. So many have experienced tragedies, have lost loved ones, family members, friends. And this group of entrepreneurs here today is going to give you that information on how you can be prepared for your future, your family. Those of you, I'm excited to hear this part of the broadcast as well. This is new. About veterans, that we have one of the presenters that she will be sharing information to you. Those of you that are veterans, or those that you know, we all have family members, if we're not, that are veterans, and you know you need this information. So Ms. Dolores, I'm gonna give it over to you so you can introduce these dynamic business owners and entrepreneurs here that are on the platform this evening. And again, I welcome them, and I'm super excited to have you here joining us.
Awesome. Thank you. Once again, Miss Angela Hayes with Unique Foundation. We truly thank you for giving us this opportunity, because I know you believe in community, and that's what it's all about, working with the families, the communities, and people around. But as you know, I've been here before, and I enjoy coming back. I'm Dolores Floyd, an independent insurance agent. And I have with me, I have Kimberly Farrell, I have Tracy and Veronica Collins, and I have Apostle Charles with us, and we all are part of a group called the Quiet Storm Group. Now, without further ado, I'm going to turn this call over to Miss Veronica because, I don't know if y'all are aware, this month is considered National Life Insurance Awareness Month. And this is the time that if you don't have it, you need it right now. So I'm going to turn this over to Ms. Veronica to tell us a little bit about Did You Know? Ms. Veronica?
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Veronica Collins, and I am so excited to be here today to inform and just pass on some great information. Did you know that permanent whole life insurance is the greatest protection, the greatest gift that you can leave your family once you have passed away, once you are gone from this earth? Did you know that we can cover people, men, women, children, up to age 85? Wow. Did you know that we can have an accidental rider on our life insurance? So if it's a $10,000 policy and you die accidentally, it's a $20,000 policy. Did you know? Did you know that the premiums do not increase? Did you know that the benefits don't decrease? Did you know that the only way you can cancel your insurance policy is to stop paying the premium? Did you know that all policies, life insurance policies, 99% of them will bill cash value? So you know what that means? When the emergency comes up, you can borrow money against your policy. But beware, you still have to pay that money back. That's your money, but you still have to pay it back. Did you know that there's no medical exam for the policies that we carry? Did you know that we have 5 Gold Star products that we can put you in? So no matter what your serious health issue is, we can put you in a policy. Did you know that if for some reason you could not pay your premium and you let it go, if you have your cash buildup in your policy, you have money there that will pay that premium for you? Did you know that our policy, once the person has deceased and the insurance company has been notified, did you know that our wish team will go to work for that family on our behalf and give you everything that you need? They will help you with your funeral arrangements. They will make sure that you get all the merchandise at a discounted rate. Did you know that you can get 30 to 80% off with our plan? Did you know that your beneficiary will get the balance of whatever your life insurance policy is within 48 to 72 hours? Now, did you know that? Yeah. How about that? We are so excited today from this Quiet Storm group to tell each and every one that's listening in our listening audience that you need to call us. Call us right away. This is the Life Insurance Awareness Month. I get so excited. I'm just going 90 miles a minute. But I get so excited because I want us to stop going to Facebook. The first thing somebody died, we go straight to Facebook and say, oh my goodness, so-and-so died. We need to take up some money. Now, the GoFundMe. But what we want to do is educate all communities, and let everyone know that you don't have to do that. you can get a policy today. It could be effective as early as soon as tomorrow. And if something should happen within days, if your policy was immediate coverage, then it will pay off. Did you know?
Wow.
Back to you, Miss Dolores.
Awesome.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
Thank you, Miss Veronica. Give them your number, and also Angela, give them the number, because we would like, if y'all have questions and we want you to get an answer. Again, this is the National Life Insurance Awareness Month. Veronica, give your number.
Okay, my number is 281-995-5026. Again, it's 281-995-5026. Call right away. We're ready. We have our phone right beside us. If you have questions, we have answers.
Yes, I love it. Thank you, Miss Veronica. I have a question. When you talked about paying a borrowing against your policy, and you said you pay it back, how do you pay it back?
Okay, so borrowing from your life insurance policy is just like any other loan. You borrow from the bank. They want you to pay it back, right?
Right.
So you borrow from your life insurance policy, let's say $5,000. At some point, you would want to pay that money back. You can pay it back in increments, small increments, or you can pay it back in one lump sum. But the issue wouldn't be until you wouldn't have any problems until, if it would be a problem, if you had a $30,000 policy and you only got $10,000. Well, at the time of your passing, they would only take that $10,000 off the top if you didn't pay it back. So that means it takes the value of your policy down. So it's always a good thing to pay that money back to the life insurance company. Yes, it's your money, but you were planning for your loved ones to have that money when you're gone. And life insurance, let me just say one more thing. You may not have wanted me to say this much, but life insurance is for the living. So when mama is gone, daddy is gone, the house notes still have to be paid, the car note have to be paid, the taxes have to be paid. Everything still has to be paid. And whoever that person is left behind, whether it's the wife or the husband, they gotta figure things out. They got to come to some kind of agreement in their minds. Hey, can I afford to stay in this house if I don't have enough money? So we want that life insurance policy as much as possible to go to your beneficiary.
Yes. And I'm glad you brought that point out about the things that still need to be paid when your loved one leaves, because a lot of times people are under the misconception. I work in the court industry every day, so that those creditors don't go away because that individual passed away. I'll say that again. The creditors don't go away just because the individuals passed away. The debt is still there. So that's why it's good to know what's going on with your loved ones. That's why it's good when you get your policies, and I know y'all can touch on that, is to let someone know, whoever your executor is, whoever the one that you are putting in place, make sure you let them know what's going on. So I'm so glad that you brought, that was a good point, that you brought that out about the creditors and the debt that is still owed on the taxes, the houses, whatever. And we know that list goes on and on.
Oh, yeah. It's a long list.
Yes. Some are longer than others. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. And Angela, if you give out the number again, we would love for y'all to call in, get your questions answered today. And Angela, if you want to give out the number.
Miss Veronica, if you want to connect with Miss Veronica Collins, her number is 281-995-5026. You've heard what she shared, all the did you knows. I didn't know all of that. So I know if I didn't know all of that, you don't know all of that either. So if she has all that, did you know, and she has an answer for it, I can guarantee you she has more, she can answer more questions that you have. So please contact her. The number is in the feed. So contact her at her number. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Veronica.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Ms. Veronica. Without, we're going to continue on. Our next presenter, outstanding leader, Apostle Charles, is going to talk about the importance of having an insurance, final expense insurance policy to protect your family. How important it is. Without further ado, Apostle.
Apostle, I think we're going to have to go to the next one. He's not connect. I think he's trying to get back in.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. We're going to continue right now. This beautiful lady that's about to speak, she knows a lot of information about veterans, you guys, and she's going to share with you things, the myths that people think they know about veterans. Without further ado, I'm going to turn the call over to Miss Kimberly Farrell.
Hello. Kimberly. Yes, I wanted to share about veterans because there is a fallacy that the United States government covers all of the expenses of the veteran once they are deceased. Mm-hmm. And that is not true. Okay. I have buried 2 uncles, and both of my uncles were under the impression that the VA was going to take care of their funeral.
Yeah.
What they did not know, and what we didn't know, because we thought, because both of them are very well educated men, so we thought that they had policies. They had stock. They had all kinds of stuff. So we assumed that they had insurance because these are men that had stock. These are men that had property. These are, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so, but when the day came where they passed away, that is when we found out they had no coverage.
Wow.
And we thought that the VA, my first uncle, I knew that the VA wouldn't cover all of that because I buried my father. But my father, he had 2 policies. And so we went through all of the arrangements, and that's when I learned then that they did not cover everything for veterans. Mm-hmm. But my uncles did not know that. Wow. And the only thing that the VA covers is burial. They will pay for the opening of the grave, the closing, the headstone, all of that. But that's it. That's all you get is a place to rest your coffin or your urn.
Yes.
Other than that, all of the other expenses, such as coffins, such as police police escorts, such as vaults. They provide the vault. I'm sorry, they do provide the vault, but they do not pay for the funeral. And so many families get caught unaware of this, and they go to the VA, and the VA tells them, oh, well, you know what? After the funeral, fill out this paperwork and we'll give you $255.
Oh, wow. So what is that $255?
After the funeral.
Oh, wow.
After the funeral. So you have to provide all of the information, death certificate, and all of that. Then they will provide you with I want to say it's around, it's anywhere between 255 and 300. It's been a while, but that's all that they provide you with after the funeral. So that's not going to help you after the funeral.
Right.
So we had to look to other family member, had to look to a family member to assist us. Now, what was a blessing for my second uncle is that when he saw the struggles that we had to go through about the first uncle, he began to start saving his money. Awesome. But he didn't get a policy still. And I believe in my heart of hearts that he did not get a policy because he had cancer. And he did not think anyone would cover him because he had cancer. But I'm going to steal Veronica's tagline. Did you know?
Come on.
Our policy covers those who have cancer.
Yes.
We do not turn away anyone. You will end up being have a guaranteed policy. But the good thing is, even with a guaranteed policy, accidental coverage as well as legacy coverage, which covers your discounted rate, as Veronica talked about, at 80% on funeral merchandise, that happens immediately.
Yes.
Even if you have a guaranteed policy. So we cover everyone. Even if you have an illness, even if you have a sickness, we even cover those who are incarcerated. So what I want people to take away from this is, do not let that your excuse that you don't get a policy because you've been denied by every other insurance policy because of your illness or your sickness or whatever. The other takeaway I want people to get is that if you are a veteran, please do not believe the hype. Right. You cannot be covered for your funeral by good old. That's not going to happen. The only thing they're going to cover for you is the plot at Veterans Memorial over off the Beltway on the north side of Houston. That's it. If you are in Houston, and wherever other state you may be, that's all it's going to cover. So it is very important that you recognize that, as Veronica stated, we cover ages 0 to 85. So it is not too late. It is not too late for you to acquire a life insurance policy to cover and aid your family. It is not too late. So as a veteran, I'm speaking to you veterans and those who have veterans for that are, whether you're male or female, please contact us so that we can get you what you need. Contact us so that we can provide you with what you need to protect yourself and your family. And as Veronica mentioned, it's not only a death benefit, it's a living benefit as well. And as Apostle Charles and I say all the time, it's easy, affordable protection. We will meet whatever your need is based on your budget. Don't think about that either. It's going to break the bank. I don't have enough money. Don't worry about that. Let us worry about that. Call us and let us help you.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Miss Kimberly. Awesome. Please give us your number.
My business office number is 832-377-7672. That's 832-377-7672. is my business office number.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing all that wonderful information. Again, veterans, this is the time to get your policy now. You know, the month of November is considered National Veterans Day. So we just let y'all know we are here to help you in any way. Well, I'm going to continue on. I do see Apostle Charles with us, as I'm going to turn this call over to him to talk to us about the importance of having your family protected, or protecting your family with a life insurance policy. Apostle Charles.
Thank you so much, Dolores. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Great, great, great. First, want to thank Angela for allowing us to be on. I want to thank Dolores, our leader, and the team that have assembled tonight. I know they've done an awesome job. I was getting on and off because I'm actually driving, but I just wanted to stop by and talk about the actual how important it is to protect your family with final expense life insurance. And one of the biggest things, and I think it's been touched on already, is our signature product, which is Legacy.
Yes.
And how Legacy, and one of the questions that I always get, or one of the scenarios that I always find myself in when we talk about, whenever I'm talking about insurance, is I already have insurance. Very, very big thing. And we always want to encourage everyone that's made that positive decision. Hey, look, that just lets me know that you not only care about your family, but you're thinking about the future.
Yes.
And what I like about final expense insurance is it will help you protect what the decision that you've already made. If you've made a decision to make sure that there's life insurance in place, and the family's going to be taken care of from a financial standpoint once you're gone, you don't want to dip into that money dealing with final expenses. So here you go. What are final expenses? Because many of us don't engage, the final expense or burial situations until we're actually in the situation.
Right.
And so when we're in the situation, it makes it everything is hyper, everything is big, everything is is super at that point. And it really should be a scenario where we sit down and make a decision before the time happens. And so when we engage in that way, it allows us to make the proper decision. The proper decision here is I've got some life insurance. I know I've got to leave something for my family. There's going to be financial scenarios that have to be taken care of. Well, with the final expense, it literally allows the life insurance to take care of what you desired for it to be taken care of, which is to leave something for the people that are left, the family members that are still there. Just in every scenario when someone passes, you have over 125 decisions that have to be made.
Mm-hmm.
And why that's important is because with Legacy, first and foremost, it takes it off the table. There's a Legacy representative that comes in and literally sets up everything the way that the final wishes of that person was. So you don't have to even engage in that. But here's the big key, I think, with Legacy when we think about protecting the family, is it allows for the funeral expenses to be negotiated. So there's two different things here. First and foremost, it allows your original decision that you made when you bought life insurance. It actually goes into the hands of the family members that you had in mind when you made that decision. That's the first thing. The second thing that it does to protect you is it allows for the negotiation of the funeral itself. Here's the deal. The average funeral right now is anywhere from $12,000 to $15,000. Literally, I had a person that I had been speaking with about insurance for about 3 weeks now, and she just came back today from a funeral, unexpected funeral death in their family. They ended up paying about $13,000. And what I'm going to be doing tonight when I speak with her is show her how we could have saved her thousands of dollars, because Legacy allows that to happen. What we do is we go in and we negotiate the price of that funeral down. as low as we can possibly get it.
Mhm.
So, two pieces of protection. First and foremost, the great decision that you made with your life insurance, that money will actually go to your beneficiaries or your family members that you intended for it to go to. The second thing is we'll go in and we will negotiate the funeral cost. And here's the third thing. The third thing I believe that's very important when we think about protecting our families with life insurance is the fact that we can go in and discount the products. Anything that's dealing with a funeral, whether it be your casket, whether it be your marker, whether it be if you decide you want to be cremated, the urn, all those different things. Once you come aboard, once you've gotten a legacy assurance policy, it locks in pricing for you, discounted prices. Whereas you would pay $5,000 to $7,000 for a casket. Guess what? You're paying about $1,500 to $2,000 for that same casket. So you can see the enormous savings, and as we're talking about protecting the family when you're gone. Here's my last piece. Whenever we think about protecting the family, it's always going to be a selfless thought. A selfless thought. And whenever we think about being the person that has to make that decision, having a selfless thought,
Mhm.
we always want to make sure that we have something in place that is going to make it easier on the ones that are left.
Yeah.
Easy, affordable protection. That's what we offer across the board. Protect your family, especially in the times that we're living in now. Protect your family. One of the last things about legacy that I love, talking about protecting the family, is if you have a life insurance policy already and you add on the legacy and senior life policy, one of the big things that we can do is, or that legacy does, is it accelerates those funds to the beneficiary. The average time from the time of death to the time of funds getting into the beneficiary hands industry wide is about 30 days, 30 to 60 days, and sometimes longer. With legacy, on average, 4 to maybe 7 days, that those funds, that money is in place so that you can take care of the final expenses then versus having to wait a later date. Talk about protecting the family. That's protecting your family. And that's all I have. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Apostle. Give out your number.
Yes, it is 832-741-5150. Again, easy, affordable protection, 832-741-5150.
Awesome.
Those numbers in the feed. Yes, we have a comment from our audience. Yes, Chantel, he is saying that this broadcast is right on time. She said that she's saying that her household has been talking about getting life insurance, and she wants to know she says she's in North Carolina, and she said, could we still go through you all? So of course you can.
Yes, you can.
The numbers, the contacts, Chantel, is in the feed. If you want to contact me directly, however you want to do it, just yes, please. If it's something, and I want to add this piece, I'm not even with, but they're here on the platform today. So, I mean, if it's something that we can help you with now, like all the presenters are saying and said, now is the time. Miss Veronica has already said that they have their cell phones with them now. I mean, you can reach out to these phone numbers now. They are waiting. They are ready to take your call, to answer your questions, and to get you and your family on the right track. Apostle Charles just added about leaving a legacy. The legacy of the family is so important. And we've seen numerous of people, in these hard situations when death hits the family, no one has anything in place. Then we're going to GoFundMe. We're going to, we got a fundraisers. We got to raise money here. We got to get our relative over in in New York or California, we need them to send us some money. We don't want to be caught like that, people. We want to be prepared in the event of these things happen. One thing about it, death is certain. It will happen. So what you can do is do yourself and your family a favor is to prepare now.
Awesome.
Priorities. I mean, it's all about sometimes prioritizing. You say some may say you can't afford it, but you can afford it. You need to afford it. And some things you just need to take a look in your budget to see what you can do without. Because I promise you, this will pay off. This will pay off. And you want to leave that legacy for your family. I did have a question for Apostle Joyce and Kimberly, but I'll wait till the end. But I got excited because they done got me stirred up about this. So yes.
I wanted to add something, if you don't mind, Angela.
Absolutely.
For the veterans, it is very important that they have their DD 214. And for those who do not know what that is the documentation that they get when they are in when they're in service. All of them are given a DD 214. If you do not have that DD 214, you have to order another one. And if you have to order another one, it's going to take some time for it to come, which means that your loved one will be left in the freezer until DD 214 shows up, because the funeral home is not going to touch it or touch that body without that DD 214, or they're going to ask you, well, where else are they going to be buried? So they will not make the arrangements with Veterans Memorial, none of that. So veterans, please make sure that you have your DD 214.
DD2.
And if you do not know where it is, you don't have it, order it now and put it in a safe place, or let your beneficiaries know where it is located so that they will know where to access it, because they will have to go to the regional office with that form, and they will have to fill out paperwork to set up that burial and all of that. And sometimes the funeral home does it for you. But you have to have that slip of paper. If you don't have it, then it's going to be an even longer process. So please make sure, veterans, you have your DD 214. If you don't, order it now. It's not going to cost you anything. Just go out there and get it and put it up. So, and let somebody know where it is, please. My first uncle, the first uncle that passed away, he didn't tell us where it was.
Wow.
I had to order another one.
Yeah.
And after I ordered it, I found it. I found where he had it locked up in a chest that we knew nothing about.
Wow.
I found it after the fact. So, but the stress of, having to get it, and we got to get him buried, and we got to borrow this money, and all that. Do not put your family through that.
Right.
Allow us to help you today to receive easy and affordable insurance.
Yes, thank you. And Miss Kimberly, can you tell them where do you order the DD 214 from?
You can order it from right now, because of COVID, they have a new portal for veterans right now, and there's a lot of documentation that you can get off of that portal. Or they can go to the regional office. Wherever the VA hospital is, they have a regional office, so that they can go to the regional office and fill out the paperwork and request that there as well.
Okay, awesome.
Now, the funeral home will request the DD 214 for you, and sometimes they will expedite it through the funeral home, but you do not want to take that chance.
Right, right. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That's an enlightenment
Miss
there.
Angela.
Yes.
Can you hear me? I'm sorry, this is Apostle. I just wanted to add this in. I'm not sure if anybody mentioned it yet. Going back to family, we have child riders that we can put in place to make that individual or that parent's policy add those children on. I don't think I've seen it any higher than $10 to add a child onto a policy. And so that's a huge benefit talking about protecting your family. The child rider is a huge scenario. The other thing that I would add talking about family as well is once you have one person in the household that has a senior life policy and the legacy piece as well, you're actually able to add on other family members in that household onto the legacy piece for free. Wow. Let me say that again. You can add family members in the household onto a policy for the legacy side for free. What does that mean? Thousands of dollars in savings. We talk about protecting the family. The discounted products, the negotiation, and going in and actually having I call them a concierge. You have a legacy representative that takes care of all the arrangements. So whenever we think about when we talk about protecting the family, we always want to add those things in. Legacy is our signature product with Senior Life.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm reminded of that. Apostle Charles, one of my former co-workers, which is a police officer, and right after he got the policies here with Legacy and Senior Life, that then the following week there was a death. His wife's son passed away. And just so happened when he got the policy that he had actually added those individuals at that time, not knowing that tragedy was going to hit in a few days. So
absolutely, I think the operative word tonight is now. Do it now.
Yeah, now's the time. Now is the time.
Angela, your questions, the questions that you have, do you think that the audience would benefit from the questions?
Of course. You had mentioned earlier when you were sharing about covering individuals that are incarcerated, that they're able to be covered as well. I found that to be interesting. How is that possible?
Okay, well, it would be a guaranteed, what is called a guaranteed policy. And basically what a guaranteed policy is that you would pay on that policy for 3 years, okay? When you pay on that policy for 3 years, after the third year is over, the policy kicks in to effect. However, the thing that I love about Senior Life with guaranteed is that the accidental side goes into effect immediately after you pay your first premium. The accidental side and the legacy side both go into effect as soon as you pay your first premium. And the reason why I said I love that is because majority of the time in jail, when something happens to somebody, they want to write it up as an accident because they don't want any legal ramifications to occur. So if it happens and it's an accident, you'll get paid on the accident side. If it's 3 years. Wow. Now, if it's after the 3 years, then you would get the policy side and the accident side.
Okay.
So it's still a benefit. Other thing that will happen, which is what I love about the modified and the guaranteed, which are 2 of our 5 products that Veronica mentioned, that if something happens within those years to the individual, Senior Life will return all of the premiums that were paid in.
Wow.
and 10%.
Let's say that again.
So,
Say
yes.
that again.
One time, anything you paid in, modified is 2 years, guaranteed is 3 years. So if you fall under a sickness or disease that goes under modified or guaranteed, and you pay, say it's a year and a half, and something happens to that person on the modified, or 2.5 years and something happens to that person under the guaranteed, Senior Life will return back all of the premium you paid in plus 10%.
Who does
So
that?
I tell people it's like having a savings account.
Yeah.
It's money that you didn't touch if something happens.
Right.
But within about 2 years, 3 years, majority of the people are still around.
Yes.
Thank you, Tracy, for putting that Senior Life up there. Majority of people are still around and they still benefit. But what I know is that accidental rider goes into effect immediately on all policies, all products. And legacy goes into effect immediately on all 5 products.
Yes.
So what do you have to lose? Nothing.
Nothing. That's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer, people. Nothing to lose, but everything to gain, okay?
Everything to gain.
Yes, absolutely. Mr. Lewis.
Awesome. Thank you, you guys. You guys are doing so excellent. Our next presenter is our doctor, our pastor, our leader, our minister, Minister Tracy Collins. Coming your own way. Tell us what you want to share with us about this incredible month, as we know it to be National Life Insurance Awareness Month.
Thank you so much, Dolores. Not only is this National Life Insurance Awareness Month, this National Tracy Cole Collins Month, because my birthday is Saturday.
Oh, happy birthday.
All right.
Birthday.
You know, I want to talk about, I just want to kind of, everybody has touched on everything that I want to talk about. So what I'm going to try to do, I'll just kind of wrap it all up. And it is so important, people, to have life insurance.
Yes.
We have insurance on our telephones.
Oh.
We have insurance on our cars because the law mandates that we have insurance on our cars. And if we don't, we pay a fine for that penalty. Right. Now, what life insurance, so important is that you want your family to be well protected after you have died. I don't want to say after you have passed away and be all sweet and cute about it, because we're going to all die.
Yeah.
That's just the bottom line. Or we're going to be here when Jesus come back, according to the scripture.
Come on.
But I done seen more folk die in my 59 years than I have seen Jesus come back. So, when I was coming up as a child, I thought life insurance was about having a nice funeral. And that was put into our community by another group of people who were selling insurance, and we bought into that.
Yes.
We bought into that. We did not realize that there are other products where insurance is concerned, life insurance is concerned, that build wealth. And when we purchase life insurance, if a person already has it, and that's one of the things they always say, well, we have it already. We have enough. You never have enough life insurance.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Your house, like we said, your house needs to be paid for. Cars, bills don't stop. Debts don't go away because you die.
Right.
They don't go away. And your family, you don't want to leave your family stuck out. With a good life insurance policy, and this company has stellar products. This company will cover anybody
Mm-hmm.
that's breathing from 0 to 85 years old. No matter what kind of sickness you have, they will cover you.
Mm-hmm.
And as everyone has stated tonight, the time is now. Tomorrow is not promised.
No, it's not.
Insurance, life insurance has given me assurance. The number one assurance that life insurance has given me is that I don't have to worry about nobody else trying to pay for me being buried
Mm-hmm.
because that's my responsibility. Touch your neighbor if you're watching this and say, that's your responsibility. It's my responsibility.
Yeah.
It's my responsibility. I could get real, I could go in a whole bunch of different places with responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
But the bottom line is, you don't want to leave your family stuck out. Second, I don't want my wife to be running around here. I don't have enough money to pay for my husband's funeral. Or standing up at my funeral and the pastor's taking up an offering.
Yeah.
Not to bless her, but taking up an offering so that the funeral could be paid for. I'd have seen some pastors' wives, and not only pastors' wives sit on the front row, people sit on the front row. They ain't crying because they loved one gone. They crying because they trying to figure out how they going to pay for this funeral. Get you some insurance now. Call us. 281-995-5026.
Wow. Yes.
And when the policy pays, and this is the fastest policy that pays that I've ever seen in the insurance business, and I've been in and out of the business for 36 years.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen no company pay this quick.
Mm-hmm.
Get it done.
Get it done.
Get it done. Don't wait. Get your children covered. Get your children in a policy today. And by the time that they graduate from high school, they have some cash that you can put in their hand and say, hey, this is a good start for you. When I graduated high school, all I got was, we proud of you. If they had started a policy on me when I was a child, then I would have, been good. Then there are those of us like me who have had parents. My parents are gone on. Find out what your parents have. If they don't have enough, put some on them. You pay for it. You get up and go to work every day. You pay for it so that you won't be embarrassed when your parents pass away. A lot of our seniors, and I'm getting to be a senior, they don't want to talk about it.
That's right.
When you talk to them about getting a life insurance policy, just throw me in a ditch. And see, I'm crazy enough to say, okay, but you don't need, nobody.
No.
You can get your whole family covered, your senior parents.
Right.
Talk to your mama and daddy. And my parents, we tried to talk to them, but they wouldn't do any more than what they had. And we had to go in our pocket.
Yeah.
And and y'all know everybody's pockets are not as deep as, I have some pants that the pockets go almost down halfway of my leg. Then I got some pants, the pocket it's just little old short little pocket. So y'all understand what I'm saying. We had to go in our short and our long pockets to make that thing happen. Okay? The time is now. Touch your neighbor and say now.
Now.
Thank y'all.
It is now. Thank you, Mr. Collins. I love you brought us so many valuable points. And I love it when you talk about, we're going back to Apostle Charles too, legacy. That ties in together. Legacy. I mean, my grandparents, your grandparents, they did not allow their policies to lapse.
No.
It came time for them to, when they passed on, all we had to do was walk in.
That's
and
it.
Right.
It was already done. And that's what we're saying here, people. You want to be able for your family. You don't want them to have no heartaches, no headaches. They're going to already have enough to deal with. Apostle Charles brought out about over 100 and some decisions that have to be made when an individual passed away. So this is one that you don't want to have to worry about. And also, let's just talk about it with our counterparts of other races. They take out life insurance policies
on each other.
How a lot of times those individuals are able to obtain wealth because their parents, grandparents have taken out life insurance policies, and then they're able to use that for their families. That money that is coming to them, they're able to build brand new homes. They're able to give their children 10 grand. And so we have no reason and no excuse to be jealous or saying, oh, woe is us and we can't do this. And why does that happen for them? Because they planned ahead. They prepared. They made wise decisions concerning their finances and their family. Okay, you go ahead. You take it.
You know, Miss Angela, Tracy brought up something that one of our leaders told us. I'm going to expound on what he said. You need to put insurance on your parents, but one meeting, our leader brought up something because an agent could not sell insurance to this 87-year-old couple. Mm-hmm. So what our leaders said was for the child to get insurance through Senior Life and put her parents on legacy.
That's it.
That's the answer. That's the answer.
The other thing that can be done is that if they're too old and they already have their policy, and as Tracy just stated, they had to go into their pockets because they didn't have enough. If legacy, if his parents had legacy,
you're right.
With their pockets, they wouldn't have had to dig so deep in their pockets. So even if you have 87-year-old plus 86-year-old plus people in your family, at least get a policy on yourself and cover them under legacy.
Yes.
Because that's
a good point.
That's a good point. You just said a mouthful, Miss Kimberly. I mean, you just gave away almost $1 million there. I'm telling you.
Hey, Angela.
Yes.
I don't know how much time we have, but you went down the street, so we might as well go down that street.
Come on.
And you do understand that it is statistically proven that the biggest gaps in wealth in different minorities and other race in certain races is through life insurance. I'll just give a quick story. I had a buddy of mine probably about 12 years, well, a little bit more, about 15 years ago. We were working together, and he had a grandson. Grandson was born on a Tuesday, I believe it was. By the next Wednesday of the next week, they had $1 million policy on the baby. Wow.
Yep.
And his goal was, he said, it's once it matures and do all the things that they'll be able to do with it. But his main goal and reason for it is when the child, and it was a girl, when the girl was grown and was getting married, he wanted to be able to give that baby $50,000.
Yes.
Whether he was here or not, he wanted to be able to provide that for the child. And so when we talk about going down that road, we talk about being prepared, when we talk about even talking about, and that's what I really love and I'm passionate about with what we do, is we have the ability to change the mindset of the community.
Right.
Yes.
We have the ability to go in and really impact how we think about when we engage the funeral process.
Yes.
Versus and dealing with it from a strategic standpoint, because again, the living benefits can outweigh the death benefits if you work it
Yes.
right.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
maybe that's another show for us. But
That's
you
a
went
good
down the
one.
street, so we
Oh,
might as
we
well
gotta
go
be,
down
That
there.
we
was
gotta come back.
yes.
We will definitely
Yeah.
be back.
Because I think Mr. Collins, Tracy, you brought up. I mean, it's almost like in our community with what we've been taught. It's almost, and we've been taught because of it's been ignorance.
Yeah.
And ignorance is just saying it's just something that you do not know. That's all it is. It's almost like we've been hoodwinked. We've hoodwinked our own community. You know what I'm saying? But the Quiet Storm Group is here today, people, sharing with you how we can change that trajectory of our families, our minds, our communities. This is how we change it.
And real briefly, Angela, I know I'm going to touch. I know we touched on a lot of things, and it was outstanding. Because people need to know this. But one of the things that I wrote down when it says, why insurance? Why not insurance? I'm going to talk about why not insurance.
Come on.
Because like y'all just said, ignorance. Why not insurance? Being selfish. Why not insurance? We think it costs too much. Why not insurance? Because we're not thinking about when we die, somebody has to take care of us. Somebody has to bury us. Somebody has to pay the bills. But we don't think like that. We think, I can't afford it, right? We got to understand. Don't think, why not? They say, why we should have insurance.
Right.
Why we should have insurance. And you know why? Because it protects you, your family. They said life insurance is the greatest proof of love that we can leave our loved ones.
Wow.
You're going to leave them a legacy. We've been talking about that all night. Legacy. Veronica said, the life insurance policy should be left for the living. Why insurance? Because, like Pastor Collins says, you don't want to be embarrassed.
Right.
You don't want to nobody to, I have on statement says, no one ever asked you why you didn't buy insurance until you ask them to help you pay for a funeral.
Wow.
Can y'all believe that? Nobody asked that. But, technically, we got to keep in mind. I'm just going to share my last services on Friday. I've been asking this young lady. I've been out to her for almost 3 years. She finally got a policy a year and a half ago.
Wow.
But the beauty is, I thank God she got the policy. And unfortunately, she had COVID and died.
Wow.
Her children had to come in from out of town. Didn't know what to do. Immediately called him about legacy, because we call it legacy and love.
Yeah.
And when she said, I helped her through the beginning to the end, we call legacy. They jumped on it. They got a beautiful purple. That's her favorite color, y'all. Purple casket to the funeral home on time. It was a gravesite services. The funeral home, would y'all believe the funeral home even said they like this program? Y'all didn't hear me. The funeral home say they like this program. They don't have to worry about the casket. It came to them. Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
And the lady didn't pay but $1,500 for her casket. $1,500. But she was so excited that when she got here, when we went through the process of legacy, senior life, they were there to comfort her. They were there to assure her that we are here to support you and get you through this. And I'm just want to say, on the last thing I'm going to say, I'll let you guys go because I appreciate y'all being on the call. Don't wait too long. Don't wait too late.
Yes.
To make all your arrangements. And that's why we're here to help you make those arrangements for your burial, for your children for you, your family, your grandparents, your mother, your father. Because we'll tell you like this, if you want to pay more, that's your business. But if you want to pay less, that's our business. So I'm going to tell you guys, we can help you. Thank you, Miss Angela. Thank you, the Quiet Storm team. You guys were awesome. We understand that insurance is important.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you all so much. I learn so much every time y'all come on. So, I know you all are adding value to me. So I know that you're adding value to the audience. So I just appreciate you all for sharing everything and sharing and caring, because when we share, that means we care. And that's
let me give you my phone number, everybody. Let me just give you the number. Call me at 832-949-5818. Again, you can call me at 832-949-5818. Thank you, Miss Angela. Thank you.
Thank you. We cover 48 states. So
yes,
we can help you.
All right. That's awesome. So North Carolina is on lockdown, right?
Yeah, we're licensed there.
All right, Miss Veronica, I see you.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Angela, for having us again.
It's always a pleasure to have you all on. And Pastor Charles just put a bookmark there on that topic that you were saying that we need to come back to, and we can cover that the next time as well. I thank you all again to Unique Foundations. And I want to say to the audience, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining this broadcast of Community Connections here at Unique Foundations, where we educate, enrich, and empower individuals on their life journey of purpose. All the information that you need to contact these representatives here today, these entrepreneurs, is in the feed. You can reach out to us. You can reach out to them. Feel free. They will help you and get you started on the right journey, on the right track to you leaving a legacy for your family. So again, thank you all. Follow us here on this page. Those of you that are not friends with this page, I ask that you like and share this page with your family. You never know what's going to happen here and what information we're going to be given. We cover a plethora of information here because God has so uniquely blessed us with such a great network of individuals, professionals, ministers, entrepreneurs, business owners. We love it and we love what we do. So again, have a blessed night and everyone stay safe. Thanks again to Miss Dolores and her team, the Quiet Storm. Thank you.
And Miss Angela, just real quickly.
Yes.
Tell everybody to put it on their calendar. We will be back on your same place, same time. It will be at next Monday.
Next Monday. Yeah.
Next Monday, the 27th.
Yes.
And so we want you to get all your questions answered.
Yeah, so if you got to go and talk to your husbands, your wives, your children, whoever, your family members, if you need to collect some information, so come back and join us, as Mr. Dolores said, here next Monday night at 7 p.m. with the Quiet Storm Group.
All right.
God bless.
I'm going to have a good sermon for y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks again,
awesome.
I think everybody tonight.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Quiet Storm. Love you.
Welcome. Love you too.
It's safe.